All right. I think we're live. Hold on a second. I got to check. Pretty sure we're live. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's a dreary day in the Mile High City today. Sucks not having a car. Really sucks. Okay, hold on a second here. Go to YouTube. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want the YouTube app. I want the app, damn it. See if I'm live. Yep, looks like I'm live. All right. Matthew, welcome. Jesse, welcome. Nice to have you guys in here.
Good morning, everyone.
Ellie is here. I haven't even done my formal introduction. Rich, welcome. UK in the house. Transparency time. Grams Beth. Rainy day here. Good morning. It is very dreary here in the Mile High City. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods, Ellie?
Well, it was raining, and there's still clouds, but the sun's just trying to peek out,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's getting there. But chill. It's got a chill. I'd say
Yeah.
in the mid 50 range.
Yeah, you know what? It's about maybe it's in the 40s here for sure. With a little light drizzle. Reminds me of Seattle time. Sasquatch, welcome on in. Nice to have you in
Hello,
here.
McDonald, Sasquatch, Grams,
McDonald's.
Beth, Caucasian, Rick, Transparency Time, Jesse, Matthew the King. Always good to see everyone.
Yes. We got a cool show for you guys today. Um with some surprises, I think, even though I kind of blew it in my thumbnail. I,
That's okay.
yeah, it's all good. All good in the head. Mick T, welcome. Nice to have you here. McDonald. All right. Let's start with some music here. All right. Welcome everybody to Wayword Wednesday, and I did not spell it wrong. I spelt it that way for a reason, just to be a little bit different. I'm MLH. With me is Ellie. Ellie, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, just living the dream, living the dream. You know how it is. Good
Living the dream.
morning, Teresa.
Teresa,
Good
nice
to
to
see
have
you in
you.
chat.
Yeah. We got quite a show for you guys today. I had some suggestions. Matthew the King, who's in chat, suggested that we take a look at an auditor. What did I just mess up my whole? No, I didn't. I got it here. Okay. Um, so we're going to take a look at an auditor called Approve All Things Audits. Let's make sure that I can put that up on the screen for you guys. Um, where are you going? There you are. Share screen. That's what I want to do. I don't want the Chrome tab. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. I can share this with you guys. Hopefully, you guys can see that. I'm gonna pick a video here, sort of random. I was kind of looking through earlier. These videos are quite lengthy, but I found one that was about 8 minutes long. Bear with me just a second while I find that video again. We're going to take a look at Prove All Things Audits. I'm going to do my critique, and Ellie, obviously, feel free to chime in. Then I'm gonna pick a random Matthew the King video, hopefully with his lovely face on there. You know, it was funny, Ellie. We had a hot tub the other day, and Matthew was in there, and I was kind of ribbing Matthew. I was giving him a hard time, how great looking he is. Just showering him with praise. And then I found a perfect song for him, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but I dedicated it to Matthew. It was pretty fun. It was
Well,
like
he is a hottie, I will say.
no doubt, no doubt. But I was just trying to make him blush, I guess, more than anything. All right, I think I found one right here. This is the one. Man calls cops, then gets arrested for filming. It's about 8 minutes long. I may skip through a little bit of it, but let's go ahead and take a look at this video, and I will give my honest critique of the video. Obviously, no bashing or anything of that nature unless I find something to bash, you know. But I doubt
Davin,
very.
welcome.
Who's in there?
Davin.
Oh, Davin, welcome. Nice to have you in there, bud. Haven't seen you in a bit, man. Hope you're doing okay. I can't wait to get out there and do a little bit of panning. I just, Davin Prospector is interesting. He does a lot of gold, like digging for gold and stuff like that. I wish he would do more videos. But it's actually really interesting to here in Colorado is where the gold rush kind of started, and then obviously it went to California. But there's still a little bit of gold to be had in them hills. So, all right, here we go. Here's the audit.
Hi everyone, Mark Barden here.
Of course, I'm gonna get commercials. Why wouldn't?
Well, Davin, if while panning for gold you do find any, I just want to let you know that it's mine. I lost it, and if you could please return it, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Right, right. You know what? Panning for gold is no joke, man. I can't stand for super long periods of time because of the way my back is, and panning for gold is definitely labor intensive, but it's fun. And it's more of a hobby than anything because if you think you're gonna retire finding gold anymore especially in Colorado, you can pretty much forget that notion. Long gone are the times when miners would find like an ounce of gold in one pan. Like can you imagine that, Ellie? Like every pan you try to find gold, you find an ounce of gold. That's what the miners were finding, like in the rivers up here.
I actually can because I've lost more than that. So that's why I asked Davin if he could please return it to me
right.
promptly. I will give you a reward. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 50 cents, man. She'll give you 50 cents, Davin.
No. I'll split it with them. I'll split it with them. 40-60. He'll get 40.
Of course. I knew there was a cat somewhere in there. All right. So let's go ahead and you seen the segment on Fox 31 about gold prospecting a week or two ago. If you were getting rich, everyone would be doing it. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, Davin. No, it's a hard knock life, as they say. All right, here's Prove All Things Audits. We're gonna start the video here, and then we'll continue. We'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to a video. I'm gonna pick a random Matthew King video, and we're gonna look at that. But let's look at this first. Let's take a look at this and see what we think of it.
As I told you to. Am I supposed to commit a crime? Yeah, you are. What crime? I told you to give me your name. That's me.
All right, so giving your name apparently, Ellie, is if you don't give your name, that's a crime. Apparently to this guy. I'm the one wearing the badge, is what this guy says.
What's your name and badge number? What?
One chance to give me your name, or I'm going to put you in cuffs and take you to City Hall.
Wow, one chance. That's it. Listen up.
All right, nice little intro there. Okay, this is something interesting, Ellie, that I wish more. Even myself, I wished I would do this, but I don't have the editing skills. I'm not one for edits, but when you put a little stinger at the beginning of your video to show you kind of the gist of what you're getting into, I think that's a good thing. And that's something that I can probably implement in my videos if I ever learn how to edit. But let's continue here.
Shalom, Pata fam. This video comes to us courtesy of Not the End of Freedom. Mario was recording.
Okay, so this is going to be an Inception video because I'm critiquing a guy critiquing another video, apparently.
In a lot that he works at when a crackhead tried to get into his daughter's car. They were all there at this lot. They called the police, and check out this video and see what happened when the police showed up.
I dropped the link in chat also for you for this channel.
Yes, thank you.
Put the phone
down. Put the phone down, Ellie. Do you think he should have put the phone down?
Well, I don't think that legally he should have to, but unfortunately for safety purposes, drop whatever you got.
Right, because they'll shoot you. Actually,
People have died over having a lighter.
I know,
So
I
a
know.
phone is much bigger. Imagine the damage it could do.
Here's the thing though, like I don't think I would have put my phone down, even if I
I
was
think
to get.
I honestly think it would be better if you wear it. To be
Yeah,
honest, I believe in the body cam more than the phone.
I
If there's a
do.
way to have your phone hanging from your neck or something and you know that it's got that, just for safety purposes, so they have no reason to shoot.
You know what I did
That's
think
just my
about?
opinion.
I did think about getting kind of a necklace like that, Ellie. I mean, it's an interesting question, right? It's an interesting conundrum with like having a body cam like they do, because then there's really no excuse. Although they'll I mean, in context, I mean, if your hands are free, they're gonna say you reached for a gun or a
Well, that's why
weapon.
you put your hands up.
Well, that's true too. But you can put your hands up with the
Because
camera.
at the end of the day, is auditing really worth your life? Let's be
Well,
honest. They're
uh,
looking for that aim that doesn't appear in your camera view.
right. There's no question about that. But you know what, KDOT and I actually had this conversation, Ellie, and I mean, from our perspective, it is we will put our lives on the line like that. But we're fighting for different things, right? People are fighting for different things, and auditing in itself is not worth it. The cause, depending on your cause, I would say it's worth it. But let's continue with the
Yep.
video.
Is this? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
Did he say anything that was disorderly? Did I miss something, Ellie? Did he?
No, but he's about to, because he's asking too many questions.
Right.
You're gonna charge me with disorderly conduct? What's disorderly conduct? Okay, is that? Am I supposed to commit a crime?
Yeah, you are.
What crime?
I told you to give me your name. You have to give your name to law enforcement.
No, you don't. This is okay. This
See
guy's
if you can turn the volume up a little bit. It's a little low.
is it? Oh man, the volume's okay. Hold on, let me see. I gotta adjust something here. Is that
I
all?
mean, maybe it's just me, but I have my phone all the way up, and
Let me know in chat if you're having
try it
some
again.
issues.
Actually, I could turn mine up a little bit. So
All right, let's try this. All right, this better.
Identification of law enforcement. It's in PA Title 18, the crime scene.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
So you're gonna arrest me?
I'm the one wearing the badge, right?
So you're gonna arrest me?
I will.
Go ahead, arrest me. No.
Okay, I don't think it's smart to dare the cop to arrest you. All right, that's one thing I'm gonna say on this video. I don't think it's necessarily. I think he should have just be quiet. I mean, we talk about
yes,
the Fifth
because you're
Amendment.
provoking at that point to
Well,
where you know you're going to put his ego on the line, and he is
right.
not going to give up his ego.
Not that anything is illegal by any stretch.
Correct.
In no way, shape, or form is asking the question, "Are you going to arrest me?" and then go ahead and arrest me. There's nothing illegal about that. So, but that is a provocation, and that's something that we need to talk about after this video. Hold on.
I'm allowed to record.
That's
This is
true.
free, right? Free country? Is it not a free country?
So this is also a HIPAA violation. Too.
I'm going to tell you right now.
It's not a HIPAA violation. That HIPAA is. See, this is a common misconception, and the police like to use this all the time. HIPAA, right? They'll cry about it if they have any type of medical stuff, but it's not up to the person that's filming to hide any. I mean, I didn't see any documents. I don't know what he's referring to. HIPAA, maybe the information that he's
HIP is for medical.
right. It's for medical. But if you're in public and you're yakking about it, then it's on you, not the person filming. So that's a bunch of BS too.
You are under an official investigation. What is your name?
Camera right now.
Tell
You
me
already
your
got
name.
my name.
Tell me your name right now.
What's your name and badge
Tell me
number?
your name right now.
What is your name and badge number?
I'm giving you one chance to give me your name, or I'm going to put you in cuffs and take you to City Hall.
Look at this piece of crap of
Oh, he's not even going to jail. He's just going to City
this
Hall.
man was
I was just going straight to City Hall.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
No, right? And then,
That's ridiculous.
the city clerk is going to be like, "What are you doing, bringing this person here in handcuffs?" You know, it's like, what? You're going straight?
Yeah,
to
you're going
City
in front
Hall?
of the judge now, right
Yeah.
now.
You're
I know
judge,
it's 2:00 in the morning, but the judge is waiting.
judge, jury, and executioner, man. We're taking you Judge Judy style.
even in the conversation. All of a sudden, rushes Mario, manhandles him, and throws his phone into the back of the car along with him. And this just goes crazy. Now we're going to skip because the video stopped to the second part of the interaction, which is mostly audio.
There you are. Find a 934 in the middle of a parking lot. You don't want to identify yourself.
No. Okay. Suspicion is not a crime. This guy's in trouble, man. There's some lawsuits. I can see lawsuits A, B, and C here. You can't just, even if you have qualified immunity. I mean, you can, right? Because cops do. But you're not supposed to arrest somebody just based on suspicion. You can. There's certain circumstances, depending on what state you're in, that you can hold a person, like a detainment for a certain amount of time. I think the most time you can detain somebody is like 15, 20 minutes. In some states, while you're doing an investigation, you can ask questions, but you're not obligated to answer. So this, this goes without saying, and I say this a lot. A lot of auditors have to learn the Fifth Amendment and what that entails. And what that entails is shutting up and not saying anything. Once this guy put him in handcuffs, I wouldn't have said anything. I'd have been just like, "Where's my attorney?" That's the only thing that should be coming out of your mouth. I need an attorney, because obviously this guy did nothing wrong, but record. But let's see if he makes any mistakes.
But wait a second, there's something else.
Go ahead.
Let's not forget that there was no crime scene tape put up, but they said that there was an investigation. It's not even about the recording in this aspect. It's a matter of even how he had the nerve to speak to the cop.
Right.
By asking his name and badge number. They didn't say from me seeing what I saw, and I don't know, it could be edited, but I did not see them say, "Hey, could you please step back? You're too close to the investigation. We're about to put up crime scene tape." I didn't see any of that.
See, that's why I like full context videos. People think I'm crazy, Ellie, when I say I want the time I get out of the car to the time I get back into the car. Now you can edit a video later, but as long as you have that and you put that out like in a live or a separate video where people get full context, context is everything, right? If we can't determine from your video that you were told a certain thing or two, or step back or whatever. I mean, I've had cops put up crime tape because I mentioned it, right? I mean, this isn't a crime scene. Where's the crime tape? And then they'll get out their crime tape just because they're being assholes. It's for the camera. It's not. Let's be real here. 9 times out of 10, you're not in a crime scene. They make it a crime scene, which in itself is problematic due to a lot of policy violations.
But we can't determine that by this video. And in fairness, it is because it is somebody that's auditing the audit, not that channel, but somebody doing that. I don't know whether he missed something out because I did hear him say, "Let me show you another clip." Yeah. So something is missing within it to really get a full understanding, because let's be honest, the cops are not always wrong. They're just usually wrong.
Usually wrong. Yes.
Usually wrong. There is a difference. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Undoctrinated. Very wonderful to see you guys. Fab Daddy. Good to see you. Lucky. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody.
Yeah, if I missed anybody, I apologize. I've got 50 million things going on here, but let's make. Oh, here we go. Matthew says an investigative detention may last anywhere from a few seconds to more than an hour, though there's no absolute time limit. Depends on the state, Matthew. Temporary and lasts no longer than is necessary to effectuate the purpose of the stop. Yeah, that's a Supreme Court ruling. the general guideline is 15 to 20 minutes, Matthew. That's plenty of time to determine whether or not they're going to arrest you or not, And if you're not
Well,
given
that
them
would
any,
be, though, if they were pulled over. In this case, that's not the case. They were not
right,
pulled over.
right, yeah, right, right. This went from 0 to 60 like really quick. I'm really wondering. I wish I had context here, but let's continue on. Maybe we'll hear something else here. There we go. Come on, play.
Back up. Get my glasses. Amanda, record this, please. Record it.
Record all you want.
Record it, Amanda, please.
The only person causing a problem here is you.
The only person causing problems here is you. What problem did he cause? I'm still failing. Like he's arrested for what? Disorderly conduct?
Addressing a police officer.
Yeah, addressing I guess you can't even talk to a police officer anymore.
That would be correct.
All right.
ID in your wallet that you'd like to give us? No, we're not. Yes. No, we're not.
Okay, here's another. Okay, this is a perfect example. If you want an ironclad lawsuit, you shut up. He asked him, do you have ID in your wallet? So this is definitely a Fourth Amendment violation, especially if you shut up and just let him grab the wallet out of your pocket. Because what is the officer going to do later on when he's at a civil rights trial? And you didn't say anything, right? Let's say you didn't say anything. How would that look in front of a jury, Ellie? If you didn't say anything and all of a sudden he has all this information on you, right? He obviously arrested you, right, unlawfully. So not only did you get arrested unlawfully, your Fourth Amendment was violated by this officer by digging into your pockets and grabbing your ID. The last time I checked, where that was legal was in Nazi Germany during World War II, right? Where they would stop you, papers, please, and you'd have to have a certain set of papers to be able to travel from A to B. This is absolutely a Fourth Amendment violation, especially if he shuts its mouth. Let's see if he follows suit.
You're finding a 19-year-old girl in the middle of a parking lot, and you don't want to identify yourself. Why not?
If you're not committing a crime, I don't.
Wait, go back? What did he just say about a 19-year-old girl?
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Let's play this.
You have ID in your wallet that you'd like to give us? No, we're not. Yes. No, we're not. Okay. You're finding a 19-year-old girl in the middle of a parking lot, and you don't want to identify her.
You're finding a 19-year-old girl in the middle of a parking lot, and you don't want to identify yourself. Is
the 19-year-old girl deceased?
Right. I mean,
if she's deceased, I can understand. Like, hey, who's around watching the crime? If she's just standing there, well, what if it was a 29-year-old or a 69-year-old?
By the way, the last I checked, the age that you're considered an adult here in the United States is 18.
18.
So 19-year-old girl is not accurate. 19-year-old woman is more accurate, right?
That's correct.
Okay. That was just a little detail that, he's trying to make it seem like maybe
he did something. The way I'm getting it is that there's this 19-year-old body of this woman that they found laying in the parking lot, and everybody's a suspect.
Right. I don't think this is a murder scene, though. All right, let's continue. Come on. There we go.
Why not? You have something to hide? Do you have something to hide? No.
This is interesting. This is something cops say all the time to trip you up. If you don't have anything to hide, why are you not IDing? Why are you not answering my questions? And the reason is because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. Fifth Amendment all day, every day.
But then here's the same question, which I'm glad that he asked the officer. Do you have something to hide? Why can't you give me your name and badge number? Why does it have to be right here or right there or it's on here?
Right.
Why does it have to be that way? Why can't they do it? What do they have to hide?
Right.
I know what they have to hide.
Right. Look at the question. Look at what Mario followed up, and this is an excellent question. Then why don't you want me to record? Hide? You see? He's turning it back on them very brilliantly. If you're going to say something, I think this is probably about the best you can do. I would still recommend shutting up, but this actually is not bad.
I'm telling you for my safety, you're not acting like
wait. Now it's for his safety. Forget about the 19-year-old girl. She was no longer in danger. It is now the officers.
Right.
I almost think that this is really just a skit. It's not real.
It is real because they can't help themselves, Ellie. I mean, this is, if you're in a jury, you're awarding him, right? I mean, it's a slam dunk so far.
Right. Well, and everybody who knows me knows that I'm never the judge, I'm never the prosecutor, and I'm never the defense attorney. Mm-hmm. I am always the juror. Always.
Right.
And, when you go cursing at them and screaming at them, it doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. I won't find you guilty based on that.
But you'll give
for criminal. But for civil, I will not give you a dime because bringing yourself to their standard is going to get you nothing.
Yeah.
And that's why people settle out of court and not in court, because they know that their behavior is not going to get them anything in a civil case.
And I think that's a shame, actually, Ellie, that jurors.
All they have to do is to zip their mouth and not say anything.
Yeah.
Or act professional. Act like you want your civil or your public officials to act. I don't think calling them servants is very nice. It's very demeaning. You wouldn't want if somebody did that to you.
Yeah, but they are servants, Ellie.
They're servants. They know that. They don't need you to throw that in their face. I'm going to play the devil's advocate here.
Yeah,
there are ways you can get more flies with honey than you can with vinegar.
I agree.
I don't think going off with the F-bomb and talking about their mother and sleeping with their mom is going to look very good to any juror.
No, I agree. But I do think that they, the civil servant thing should be brought up quite often, because they do need to be reminded of that, because they
do. But there's a way to say that. Listen, you're a public official, and to be honest, why do you think so many attorneys don't want to take the civil case?
Yeah.
Because they know based on the behavior that they're not going to put their time and their energy into something that they don't have a great chance on winning.
Yeah, that's more of an indictment on the jurors than anything. Then I think if your ears, if you're a juror and your ears are sensitive to F-bombs and all that, and you think that shouldn't allow for somebody to get a civil lawsuit because the auditor hurt your feelings, then that's an indictment on you. And that's
I agree, but at the end of the day, it's the juror that would be right awarding the money. So at the end of the day, if that's your goal, you need to kind of change it. But he's doing a great job. I haven't heard him cuss at him at all. He's doing a good job. Too bad for the 19-year-old girl. We no longer care for her safety. And, we're only 3 minutes and 34 seconds into it. And now it becomes officer safety. So it turned quickly.
It did. And he keeps doing this. Then why don't you want me to record? Right. Which is brilliant. I think that's about the only thing that this guy should be saying, if anything. I actually think he shouldn't even say anything and just let the officers hang themselves.
And that's exactly what Unindoctrinated said. This is when I say I'm invoking my fifth. And that's exactly it. You can't say I want to remain silent. You need to say I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right and I want my attorney.
Right.
And then you have to pretend that there is a masking tape across your face.
Yep.
And you cannot speak. You are mute.
You know what I always envision myself doing in this situation is humming, like America the Beautiful or the national anthem, something like that. But just something to, that way you don't have to talk and you can just zone out and not have to listen.
Or just start reading the Constitution.
Yep.
I have the right to remain silent.
The Miranda
I understand. Right. Yeah, I understand that anything I say can and will be used against me. Start reading off your rights to yourself.
Right. That would be.
But
funny,
he did say that he was not detained or arrested yet.
Right. And by the way, Ellie, the Supreme Court ruled that the police no longer have to give you your Miranda rights. I don't know.
Well, that's true, but to be honest, half of them don't even know it. They have to read it from the little card. So I don't understand why. If you've not watched enough Law and Order to be able to know, to read them, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. If you cannot afford attorney, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights? I mean, they're not that difficult.
Right. But they can't even do that. So the Supreme Court was like, police officers are too stupid to say this to you, so we're just not even going to make them do that anymore. All right, let's continue on here.
Why don't you want to identify yourself? You have something to hide. What do you hide? What do you hide? Why do I have to? You have a warrant for your identify.
Yeah, why do I have to identify? That's a great question. That's actually a decent question to ask too. Why do I have to identify? Do you have a warrant for your arrest? Okay, that's, I mean, that's standard for the courts. They're going to ask that all the time.
Why do I have to identify? You're out in the middle of a parking lot. Yes, you are now. Okay, you're out there in a parking lot with a 19-year-old girl. Okay.
Oh, he's back to the 19-year-old girl, Ellie. You're out here in a parking lot with a 19-year-old.
Well, that took 30 seconds more because now we're at 3:52.
Right. 19-year-old woman. Let's get it straight. I mean, that's, I know 19 is young, Ellie, but 18 is a woman. At least.
But how do you know that the guy recording isn't 22?
Right.
I mean, he's making it sound like the guy's 45 and she's, 13.
But even if he is 45 and he's in the same lot as what does that mean? It means nothing. It means you're projecting.
And are they even together?
Right.
How do you know he's just doing a cop watch and he's walking by and they all happen to be there? He doesn't even know the 19-year-old. He didn't even notice her.
Right. Maybe he didn't even. Okay. There's a
lot of assumption going on here.
A lot of assumptions. All right, let's go. Okay, this is why you shut.
Now that's where he should have zipped it.
Yep.
He should not have said this was his employment.
Right. He's given way too much information.
Because now the cop can identify him.
Yep. Now
it might take 24 hours, but he's absolutely going to identify him.
No doubt. No doubt.
I don't know that. You want to get my glasses?
Well, he's going to identify him by getting his ID. Which is, like I said, the Fourth Amendment violation. But that's
now he said, "Let me get my glasses." I don't understand what's that. I hope he's not giving up the ID, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hi, Pelon. Welcome into the chat.
Oh, is Pelon in there? Welcome, Pelon.
Oh, he's getting his wallet. Oh.
He's asking his daughters to get his wallet. That's what he's doing.
Mario, no.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Mario.
He's gonna do it.
If you do have to give up your wallet, you can say something like, under duress, I'm handing you my wallet, because if I don't, I'm going to be arrested. Correct?
Unindoctrinated just asked a great question. What if Mario, who's the one recording, was actually a female? Would there still be a problem with the 19-year-old girl?
That's a good question. There's always a double standard when it comes to men and women, right? That's a great question.
That's a great question.
I would have liked to see this scenario if it was a woman that did that, just happened to have her camera. It wouldn't have been even brought up. Now the other stuff would have been brought up, disorderly and you have to ID and all that, but the 19-year-old girl stuff probably would have never come to be.
Why are you around me? Go away. Get away from me.
Why are you around me? Go away. Get away from me.
Wow.
Wait, but you wanted ID. What's up with that?
Right.
You
Wow.
understand English? Go over there.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Do you understand English? Is
That's
that
a little
because he's
racist.
Mario and he has an accent?
Yep.
So now you're going to profile?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
This gets better and better, man. I mean, this is like lawyer.
I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny at all. It's the audacity that to throw "do you speak English" out because the person has an accent.
Right.
And might not even speak Spanish, but just has the accent, and you just assume. And from what I've watched, I don't know about anybody in chat, but from what I watched, I don't see any indication that he cannot understand English at all.
Yeah. Double standards, the 14th Amendment violation. That's true too, Matthew, but that's really hard to prove, like you said. Pamela, welcome to chat. We're going over. We're reviewing a review of a video, so
we're auditing an auditor who audited an auditor.
Exactly. All right, let's continue. All right, this is just all audio here. Oh, look, he just doxed him. He went through Mario's wallet. Yeah, and the audio is low, so I'm trying to listen really intently.
There's the Hazleton Police number 570-459-4940.
Yes. This is really ridiculous, and I'll talk a little more about identification after the video's done. Okay, here's another violation. Police running his name for warrants even though he is not even suspected of a crime. So this brings up a good question, Ellie. If they would have run his name and they found a warrant, they would have arrested, no doubt, right? But
whatever it is would have gotten thrown out anyway because they had no reason to legally run it to begin with.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So why do they even do it? They know
you can't get it from the poisonous fruit if you had no reason to, arrest, detain him, or run his background. You can't use anything that you find. So,
right. So,
for all we know, he could have been a mass murderer, but
they would have fucked it up. They would have messed it up, by doing that. All right, let's see here. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Oh, we got commercial. Because why wouldn't we have commercial? Commercial. I need to get that. What do you call it?
Premium.
Premium or whatever, so I don't have to. I think I'm going to get rid of Netflix and do that because it would be very helpful. Okay, this is absolutely false. What he said here.
Yep, that's absolutely false.
I'll give you some advice. When a police officer asks for your name, you gotta give it to them. That is 100% absolute fib, right? There's no.
No, don't be kind. It's an outright lie, ladies and gentlemen. It's an outright lie.
There are certain stop and ID states. I think New York might be one of them. I could be wrong on that. But for
now,
the most
he is in Pennsylvania, which has Pennsylvania versus NIMS, but this was not a traffic stop.
Right. This is not a traffic stop. And even if it was, there's certain circumstances where you better have the goods before you ask for that ID. You know what I mean? Like you might have run the plate and it's a stolen vehicle or something of that nature for you to be able to get that ID. I mean, it's like somebody was saying it the other day. It was a prominent auditor. It's like crack. ID is like crack to these guys. All right, let's continue. I'm going to cite him. Wow. Okay. That's going to get thrown out. All right. I think that's about it.
Let's go check out Mario's channel over there.
All right. That's it. So there you go.
So he probably either cited him for a disorderly conduct, or I'm going to guess that his best shot at anything would have been interfering with an investigation. But then again, interference has to be a physical, which it's not, and there was nothing there. So, I mean, to hold his job, I would go with the interference to kind of save some face. But either way, whoever that man is, Mario, who was in that altercation, nothing is going to come from the Hazleton Police Department because they just can't.
And they make themselves look really, really bad when they do stuff like this, right? This is just, All right. A quick note on IDing. All right. I mean, look, if they want to get your information, they're going to get your information, right? I mean, it happened to me. I have a squeaky clean record, Ellie. I have never been arrested. I think my last traffic ticket was like 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago now. And I've had very few of those. Like I think I've gotten like one speeding ticket in my entire life. Very few tickets. So there's really no reason to be on the radar with the police for me, right? But if they want your information, they're going to get it. One time I was doxxed. You saw the video, guys, where I was doxxed on a live stream by a sergeant in the Aurora, and I called him on it. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you call out my real name? I don't have a record. How did you get my name? And he's like, oh, well, it was known. I was like, how? And I kept trying to dig, but they're not going to give me any straight answers. They obviously ran my plates, got my name, stuff like that. And this is in a time where I parked several blocks away from an incident when I first started. I don't know if you guys remember when I first started doing this. I would park far away, and I would walk to the scene, and I still got my plates ran. So they're going to get their information one way or another, which actually is a violation of the Constitution. I mean, you're not supposed to know who somebody is unless they break the law. And in my case, squeaky clean. But now they know my name, and I don't really care. They can dox me. They can do whatever. I mean, it's not going to affect what I do. As a matter of fact, it actually gives me more resolve. So that was suggested. That channel was suggested by Matthew the King. So Matthew's in chat. Thank you for that suggestion, Matthew.
Yes, thank you, Matthew. I subbed.
Also, Ellie put the link if you guys want to have a pretty good breakdown of auditing videos. But we're going to take a look. I know Matthew didn't ask for this. We're going to take a look at one of his videos. This one's a minute and 40 seconds long. It's called Step Away from the Books. This should be interesting. Let's take a look.
What's it like to learn math on
Jesus with the commercials, man? I swear, a minute long video, and you have to have a commercial on there, right? I mean, you can't not have commercials on YouTube. Okay, here we go.
Hey, how you doing?
Wow. She was upset he was looking at the books.
Now, one would think you go to a library to read books and to check out books, but please step away from the books.
I know. Step away look, and she's really look how she's like slamming the books down, like all upset,
Like he's banging it like, how dare you look at the books? This is my job. You will not take my job. I've waited years for this job, Matthew.
It's like, what was he going to do? He was just filming the books. Like, no big deal. How dare you, Matthew, try to film the books? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he says, I was looking at the free books in the lobby. So they were free books.
And she was upset at it. Jesus. Holy cow. So these were books that they
I
were
was like, please take one. And he needed to check out which one. And she said, no, you're just supposed to grab and walk. You blindly take. You don't search through the one you want.
Right. How dare you pick one? How dare you, sir? I'm going to put a plus on this video. It's a great video. Okay. And
now,
then
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to guess.
Yes.
Anybody in chat can guess too, but I'm going to guess that woman's name was Karen.
All right. Speaking of Karens, let's take a look and hear what this other woman says here.
Exactly, Matthew. What if you wanted to show people that they had a difficult time making it into the library,
Right.
which free books were available?
I mean, people don't think of these things, right? Like I do this all the time, right, Ellie? I go in asking for what you call it, like records requests, right? And they're always fascinated by me. Like when I go in there and I tell them to put it in the computer, because what if somebody is not very articulate with computers, or they don't have one, they don't know how to do, so they're disabled, they can't make it in. How would you put in a request, right? So that's why I always put in paper requests. Plus it has the added benefit of having a paper trail. If I put in my request to the city clerk and they put their initials on it, well, then I know who to go to if it didn't get through, which has happened to me before.
I just got to say, it's a funny video, Matthew. So thank you for making me laugh, because
this is good.
That was hysterical.
This is good. All right.
I'm sorry she was a Karen, but thank you.
All right. Here's 20 seconds more of Karen number 2. All right. Let's check this out.
So our library actually policy
is that we don't allow video recording or
Bullshit.
Oh, so you can't video the books. The books have
The
feelings.
books are sacred.
You are taking their rights away, Matthew. How dare you? You
Books
didn't
are
get a
sacred.
consent from those books.
Consent from the books.
Holy cow.
You know, each
You
book has,
can't make this up.
you know, like each book has you know how they have a forward sometimes in books, but each book has a disclaimer at the beginning. This book is okay to record in the library, you know, or this book is not okay to record in the library. We didn't give you consent, fellow recorder, you know.
This author who put these books up for sale does not want anybody getting their books.
Right.
Do not check them out. Do not read them.
Right.
Do not purchase them or recommend them to anybody.
Right. All right. There we go. Let's see some more bullshit from this lady here.
so.
I'm not trying to get anybody's information or violate their privacy or
I didn't
anything.
catch them in the video you made.
So what? You're in public. This is a public library, lady. Sorry to tell you.
That's our policy.
Okay.
It's not your policy. That's a fib. Any library is public, right? There's no, as far as I know, there's really no private libraries, right, Ellie? I mean, is there?
I think there is a couple of private libraries, and for example, any library in a school or anything else also would be considered private, not open to the public. Same thing with a college. So there are some, but they're very few and far between. And hence, if they have the word either free or public in it, therefore you could go without getting a signed permission from the author of the books.
Right. Matthew says
to be able to video.
Matthew says, especially do not film 19-year-old books.
Oh no.
Those are adults though, Matthew. 19-year-old is considered an adult.
No, he's talking about the age of the book. What if the book was 19 years old?
That's what I'm saying.
But what if the book was 13 years old? Oh,
well,
the charges, my goodness.
I know. Then it's a kid's book, you know, and then you can't really film those, you know. I mean.
Oh.
All right, that was awesome, Matthew. Appreciate that. I wonder, I mean, did you get kicked out after that? I'm curious because I would have stayed there until the cops came. I mean, I have a history with libraries.
I think they tell you that. He says Santa Maria City does have an ordinance, city code, which makes it an infraction to film in the library. I would actually challenge that code because you cannot have that code.
No.
That would be an unlawful code. Just because they say it doesn't make it so.
Yeah.
So I would actually do research and challenge that. Speak to maybe a civil attorney and ask them prior to, but because, I'm not giving any legal advice, but I personally think that would be a no-no. Hello, Harry. I'm so glad you could join us.
Nuts. I can't do it like Bernie. Harry, but there's your welcome. Nice to have you in here, Harry. All right, so we got something really special now, Ellie.
Yep, I'm glad that Harry came at the perfect time.
Yep. Let's take a look at some of Jen Wow's videos.
So as everybody knows, we decided that when MLH does his live streams, we're going to pick somebody from chat, go through their videos and one of their little fur babies and also help their channel grow. And I took that on. So please make sure that you're uploading videos of your lovely fur babies to your channel. And for today, we picked Jen Wow, and I'll explain in a little bit why, but we wanted to show a couple of her videos because it's really special, and I think it's really important that you guys hear this.
Yeah. All right. Here's just a couple of shorts that we're going to do, and then a slightly longer short, I guess. So here's PETA is a bully, which I agree with, but hold on. How dare you, PETA? Look, check him out. Really? You're okay.
And by the way, PETA is no bully. He's just upset because Jen was not being fair and had a box for Tuxie and not for PETA. So it was his time to get out of the box.
All right. Next one is PETA versus Tuxie. Who won? I mean, we all know.
Now, make sure you have the volume on.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the volume on the last one.
No, it was on. It was on. It was definitely on. Here's PETA versus Tuxie. We know who's going to win this. It's Tuxie.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Take him out, PETA. Take him out.
I mean, Tux is just giving him the foot business right in the face. I love it. Yeah. No, this was definitely a victory by Tux.
No. PETA won. Hashtag PETA team PETA strong.
The kicks to the face, Ellie. Let's watch this one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
smack, 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 smack. I think it's pretty clear that Tux won that exchange, Ellie.
And to call poor PETA a bully. Do you see this? Do you see the abuse, everybody? I'm just saying. PETA needs some loving. Everybody deserves loving. Everybody.
Yeah. All right. And now this is the video that we really want to highlight.
Okay, so I want to talk about this for a second.
Go ahead.
Before you play this. I want to share why I picked Jen Wow. Not just because we are good friends outside of YouTube, but because she is truly a remarkable person. Jen gives with all of her heart. She is extremely selfless in her actions, and she goes above and beyond. So last week, there was a woman who had a 11-month-old cat. And somehow her pet cat that she didn't really want to come up for a name for it, so she named it Kitten, because that's real original. She allowed to get pregnant, which is not healthy for an 11-month-old cat to be pregnant to begin with.
Isn't an 11-month-old still considered like a kitten?
Yes.
But yeah,
it is. Yeah. So she decided after her cat had 4 babies to give them up, including hers, because she could not take care of the kittens, which I don't understand, because for the first 4 to 6 weeks, the mom does all the work anyway. However, she decided to give up this her fur baby, who she supposedly loved, with the kittens when they were 7 days old. So Jen agreed to take them and find a foster for them. The woman comes and she, has the cat in her lap. And as she goes to get out, she holds the cat out through the window. And Jen says, "No, stop right there. Let me get a carrier." But no, the woman doesn't listen. And the cat gets frightened and runs away. So now you have 4 7-day-old kittens that cannot survive on their own. So Jen, who was devastated and could not understand, has to immediately, because those kittens need to be fed within 3 hours, has to find a foster to take them all so they can be bottle fed every 3 hours. She does this. You would think Jen's job is done, right? Wrong. It's not. Jen could not let it go. She tried to ask for the owner's help, who was apparently too busy. So Jen took it upon herself to, because she had photos of the cat, to make up flyers and to go house to house, giving them a copy as well as hanging them up. So if they saw her, they could call. She had videos of the kittens crying so she could try to track the cat that way. She moved to social media. She did this every day for 5 days to find this poor mama cat who was scared and out there without their babies. And, also because the mom's milk is the best. And I'm getting ready to tear up because the amount of time she spent, she did not go to sleep. She was so worried. I mean, trust me, she was texting me at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, so devastated. She could not stop thinking about this. Yeah. She finally agreed. She finally got the owner to agree to come out. And would the mother or the owner have done that the next day, things would have been a lot better. But she called the kitten a few times and she actually came back. So the great news of the story is through Jen's hard work and persistence, she got the owner of the 11-month-old kitten to come back and to help capture the baby. Jen then fostered for the night the kittens who were brought back to her with the mom to see if it would be okay if the mom would accept them and had enough milk and would take care of her babies. And that's what we're going to about to see. And then I will say a little more afterwards. But if you can go ahead and play the video.
Yeah, we're going to play it here. Here's the reuniting of the kitties with the kitty named Kitty, right? I don't think we need audio here, but look, here we go. Here's the 4 kittens. The mom, who's obviously maybe a little bit confused again. Is it 4 or 5 kittens?
I believe it's 4.
Okay. For a second, I thought there were 5 there. But this is good. Look at, I mean,
so she's smelling them out.
Yeah.
She's in shock because she's just been, captured herself. She knows that her babies were gone for 5 days. Thank goodness she stayed in the area. But she's smelling them. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And here, this heartwarming moment where she's like, she looks up and is like, thank you so much. And lays down and just loves her babies. I mean,
she's a baby herself. You can tell that.
She is. But truly such a remarkable and beautiful story that none of it would have happened without Jen.
Yeah, Jen's an amazing.
We don't know what would have happened to the mom, and we don't know if the babies would have survived. However, the mother's milk is coming back. She is able to feed the babies. So the mom was taken to the rescue with the babies, and she is going to care for them until they are ready to adopt. Now, shocking enough, in California, unfortunately, an owner can change their mind, and now she wants her cat back.
Ugh.
Which is heartbreaking in itself, but Jen can't control that part. But what she could control is to say, you can have her back, but only if you agree to having her fixed and all of her shots. Yep. And there will be $125 charge because Jen's not going to fit out the bill, nor should she.
No.
But I thought that it important to not, in this case, not just recognize the video, because we all love fuzzy videos, but the amount of work that Jen Wow puts into things. So her link is in the chat. If you are not subbed to her, please sub to her, because she is remarkably kind and wonderful and caring, and she doesn't ask for anything in return. She just does it because it's who she is.
Yeah.
And if you guys can go over there and give her a thumbs up, let her know that you support what she's doing and how amazing she is. I think that would be really great, and I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, and Jen actually, I mean, you guys have no idea how many cats that she's trapped and had fixed.
Absolutely.
And also, I mean, the implications of that are like astronomical. Like the number of cats that she's saved is unbelievable, or prevented from being stray cats is crazy. Like I can't even put a number on it, Ellie. I can't even estimate. Like every time I'm talking to Jen, she's out there with cats, looking for them or trapping them, or trying to figure out fosters, or I
think her area has the most spayed and neutered cats. And listen, when she goes to get them spayed and neutered, she has to leave her house by 4:30 in the morning to go stand in line to wait for the vet to open, or for the clinic to open, to get this done. Then she has to first she has to trap them. So that's an event. Then she has to drive, the next morning, depending on what the schedule is, 4:00 in the morning, to go sit there and wait for them to open, because they only do so many in that day. And then She has to go back later that day to pick them up, and then she has to keep them for 24 hours because they've had anesthesia. So she has to take care of these pets and then let them go back because, you know, they're feral. But if they have kittens, she always, always, always takes care of them, finds them homes. Thank you for subbing for her. I mean, it's just unbelievable what she does. And, you know, she doesn't put out there what she does because she doesn't want recognition for it. But I think she's a special person. And I think she needs to be recognized. And like I said, if you could just drop a comment on her video, you know, or one of her shorts, let her know, you know, that she was featured in this and, you know, what a great person she is and an act of kindness, you know, even just letting her know that you recognize how special that is, because she could go about her day. She doesn't need to do any of this. She does it for free and she does it because it's who she is. And I just think that if each of us did one kind thing like that, how much better the world would be. And Jen repeatedly does it over and over again.
Yeah, I totally agree. Jen is a special person, no doubt. She does these things with nobody at all giving her any advice or anything. Alan B, welcome. Nice to have you in here,
And
man.
I'll be honest, the only reason why she even did those videos was because I made her do them.
Yeah.
I was hounding her to, you know, take video because I knew I wanted to do this. And I was glad that she did because it was important. You know, it's important to show that, you know, an act of kindness, you know, can spread. You know, so maybe if each one of us find an animal that needs to be taken care of, or for that matter, even a homeless person, you know, or your neighbor or somebody who's in need, just one act of kindness spreads and makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. And Jen's definitely made a difference. Super humble is the way that I can explain Jen. Like you said, she never never like asked for any recognition or monies or anything. She's always doing things out of the kindness of her heart. She's just really, really awesome. Howard County, welcome. Harry Nutt says, just let you know, Jen and Ellie are fixed. That's my
Thank you, Harry. We appreciate that. We appreciate being taken care of.
Right. There you go. But yeah, no, this is super important. I like to end, you know, I mean, I think since I don't have a car, Ellie, I'm going to be doing this fairly regularly during the week because I ain't got nothing better to do, you know, with no car. You know, I can't get out there and do cop watching, but I thought I'd do critiques of videos. If you guys have a suggestion of somebody you want me to critique, make sure you put it in email form. That way I know. Or you could just, you know, put a message on, you know, a comment or two on the videos, and I always take a look at all the comments and all of that stuff. So.
And upload those for babies, guys, because we want to help your channels grow, you know, and even if you don't want your channel to grow, but just to get to know you guys more and sharing, because sometimes people don't want to come up on panels, but they can put out a video just to bring a little more personality to this community, you know, that we have. And instead of the drama and the hate and everything else, we just want to spread something that's kind.
Yeah. Yeah. There's I can't get, I don't know, for whatever reason I can't click on links, Matthew, but apparently you have a picture or a video of your dog, and I just can't. I don't know how to.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe you can give me the link, Ellie. Put it in email form. That'd be probably better. Let me do this.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Share, copy.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to.
I put it backstage.
Oh, you put it backstage. Okay, let's take. Can I even get it? Hold on.
Yeah, you should be able to open up a new tab.
Oh, here we go. But I gotta do something else. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna share this with you guys since Matthew took the time to put up the link. Let's take a look.
My pleasure, Matthew.
Vicious dog. Attacks.
Oh yeah, he looks vicious, Matthew.
Oh, look at this vicious dog. Right,
he looks like Cuddles.
I know. Here we go.
Give me the bone.
Oh.
Give me the bone.
Can you
look at the
guys hear?
TV.
Can you guys hear? Okay. All right.
Give me that. Drop it. Jaco.
He's like, what are you talking about? Drop it. It's not even in my mouth. Silly daddy.
Give me the bone. Give me your bone.
Look.
He says no.
Give me the bone.
He's showing us. There's not a bone in that dog's body.
No, there's not. He's just trying to scare him. He's funny. Right. He scares Matthew.
Yeah,
look at his little lips curling up there. It's like, you're not getting that.
That's funny.
All right. I think that's all we got, Ellie, unless you have any final parting thoughts there.
Just spread the love, and like I said, don't forget to upload some, shorts. It doesn't matter, of your fur babies, or some act of kindness that we can share. Oh, Jen is here. Thank you, Jen. We love you. Everybody say that they love Jen, please.
We love Jen. Of course, we love Jen Hart. That's all I got to say. That's all I better say. But thank you, Jen, for your kindness and your modesty, I guess, is the best way to put it. Never ask for anything. Always awesome. Always.
Yeah, she's here. She obviously didn't. Jen, you're going to have to go and roll back about 20 minutes or so, and then you'll see why.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the last part of the video, today's video has been, hi, Alan, has been dedicated to you.
Yeah. Alan, what's up? Nice to have you in here. Nice to have everybody in here. All right. So I think that's all I got. Any last words, Ellie, before we get out of here?
Nope. Just don't forget to sub to each other, and stay safe out there, guys. We love you.
Yep. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but most importantly, I fucked it up, but just be kind to yourself. That's the most important thing. And that's about it. I don't think I have anything else. I don't have a car at the moment, so I won't be doing any cop watching until I get my brand new car. I'll be getting my new car hopefully within the next month or so. And then I'll be back out and about doing what I do, hanging out with KDOT and getting business done like we always do. So be on the lookout for that. Also more of these type of videos where I'm critiquing and doing things of that nature. If you have any suggestions, make sure you email mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I haven't been able to do any homeless outreach lately because, again, no car. But that will change here real soon. So hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe out there. We want to see you back on the next video. Until then, we're out. Later, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.